All right, we're back. Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully this sounds a little better. Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I'm going to give her a few minutes to hit that link. And then we're going to get right back to it. It was getting so good. I'm so upset about that, but it's okay. Things happen. Things happen. Right, Kendra. Thanks for coming back in. See if I can get her back up here. May take her a second since it's StreamYard. Sometimes StreamYard make you go through YouTube and everything else. There we go. All right, awesome. It sounds better already.
Yay!
All right, so StreamYard it is.
Okay, we tried.
We tried it. We can say we tried it.
Making sure my little dog don't be barking. They was having them a little bark show up there.
We're good. I'm going to share this live, and you can continue on. You can pick up where we left off.
Okay, girl. Let me see. What was it? Oh, yes. Stop falling for potential. Making sure that we're getting to know ourselves so we'll know what our do's and don'ts or our yeses and nos are. Because so many times, if we try to move on while we're still in that broken place, we
Mm-hmm.
going to attract broken people, and they're going to still think we're broke after we've went through the healing process, because some broken people like to stay broke. They don't want to get healed because healed is the only way they get attention.
And yep,
So
broken, yep. Because healed people, it's like now I got to be a little bit more accountable. Broken
yes,
people, they get away with a lot of things.
yes, and they want to blame game. They want to, I've noticed that broken people constantly want to blame people. Healed people take accountability and like, okay,
Right,
you know what? Let me fix this.
right,
Or
right,
maybe I did say that the wrong way. Let me say it this way. I apologize for my tone, but I meant what I said.
that's right.
And that's what I'm getting to, because so many times I was in a people pleaser mode. So I was scared to tell people like that hurt my feelings. I didn't
Mhm.
like how you said that to me, because I didn't want them to get mad and not be around me anymore. Well, if they're going to get mad because I told them I don't like how they said something to me, then they didn't want to be around me anyway.
That's right.
That's how I feel. Because some people be lying. People be straight up lying. And that goes for women and men. And you got to realize when you're in that broken state, sometimes the best thing to do is just to stay with your sister circle,
Mm-hmm.
and don't be trying to go out and date and mingle and see what's out there in these streets, how they say. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
sugar. Stay looking at Netflix and chill, and you finish this healing
Mm-hmm.
process, because you do not want to accept a broken person, whether you male or female,
Oh,
and you heal, and they still want to be broken, because they're gonna be mad with you. Y'all gonna
that's
be
right.
heads because they're gonna feel like you trying to outshine them. I'm not trying to outshine you. I'm just not living broken no more.
That's right. And that's crazy because I was just having that discussion the other day talking about I don't understand why people won't take the time out to just heal. You don't have to jump from this person, that person, whether it's male, female, friendships. Sometimes friendships can break you down and you need to
Exactly.
heal from that. And so I'm like, sometimes I think when you're vetting, when you're even looking for a partner, because that's where a lot of times we be like heal, 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 even though there's many other places to heal. But I'm like, sometimes you got to dig a little deeper. Sometimes you got to ask the hard questions. And I'm like, at the beginning stages, that should be when you ask the hard questions, because
Exactly.
then all your emotions aren't in it yet. And
Exactly.
yep. So I'm like, we got to get to that point. It's like, don't be scared just because they cute and you don't want them thinking this of you. No, we got to ask the hard questions before we end up paying for it. So it's like, now I'm paying for your hurt because you didn't go heal. Thank you.
Yep. And now you hurting me even more.
Right.
Because
That's right.
sometimes we don't really realize when, and I don't want to make it just seem like it's uh relationship. Well, it is relationship, but it's not just male female relationship or romantic relationship. I'm talking about all relationships. I
Mm-hmm.
went through like some stuff with my mother. I went through stuff with my sister. I went through stuff with my brothers. I went through stuff with my husband that I'm married to now. I went through stuff with my children. So all of those are relationships. And if we're not healed, we can even mess up all of those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you. It's not just about romantic relationships because we got to learn how to talk to our children. We got to learn how to talk to our spouse. We got to learn how to talk to even our parents. And when we're hurt and when we're in like a broken state, we get triggered so fast
We
because
do.
I go back and ask, for forgiveness with a lot of people that's in my circle that care for me because it's not what I said was wrong. It was the tone and the aggression behind it that was wrong because I was hurt when I should have
Mm-hmm.
just told them, "Hey, I can't deal with that right now. This that
Right.
that's too much. Give me some time because if I answer right now, you might get an unhinged answer."
Mm-hmm. That's right. And people got to
So,
understand that you need to speak up. It's like,
yeah,
well, what you gonna get a whooping? Speak up. You're grown.
and that's the thing though. A lot of people, like one lady who I was talking to the other day, she was laughing because I said a lot of times in this day and time, we're having so much trouble with our children because we are grown children.
That's right. That's so
Like, yeah,
true.
have you not seen media?
Yes, yes,
Because
yes,
social media has really shown how adults are really children.
yes.
Like, they so much excitement in getting their fingers and bullying people on the internet or talking about somebody on the internet. It's getting so bad to where it's people talk about other people kids on the internet. What time are we living in where people can fix their mouth to put their mouth on other
Woo!
people kids?
Who
Like,
tell the truth? Oh
like
my
it's
goodness.
crazy. So these schools, they can't get better, and
Mm-mm.
these classrooms can't get better
Nope.
because mama and dad who's French fries short of a Happy Meal, and that's what these kids seeing when they going home. So they
Yes.
going to school acting like a Happy Meal toy because they ain't really being taught how to
Hmm.
define dying in life.
And that's exactly what I had said the last show. And I was like, these kids, we can't help the kids because a lot of times it's going on in the household. It's the parents. Parents online being bullies. So how are you gonna speak to your child?
Yes, Like, cause I don't have no words, and it really hit home for me when the situation happened with my children, and then they're acting out and they're frustrated, and I'm like, well, y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to stop doing this, and I'm like, how? First of all, how are they? Because I never showed them emotional intelligence. And I'm real enough to say it. Like, I needed help. Like, I had to apologize to my children. I
Mhm.
apologize for not teaching y'all. I apologize for hurting y'all. I
Right.
apologize for making y'all feel bad for things y'all didn't know. As parents, we need to apologize to our children because we be
That's so
fussing at
true.
them.
That's true.
And
That is so
when you
true.
how you fussing at them? Did you really teach them?
Mm-mm.
Did
Mm-mm.
you teach them how to channel their emotions so they don't have tantrums? Because all they see you do is have tantrums.
All
When your
right.
mama don't do, your mama can't watch the kids. Man, this don't make no sense.
Yep. You lose it. And they looking at you, and also I ain't even gonna lie. I had to go back and do the same thing. I had to go apologize to my kids because everything is learned. The one thing it is say the kids ask you to do something and you may say no. And what do you say next? Cause I said so. Why? Cause I said so. I can't go to my
Right,
friend's house because you said so. You can't give me an explanation. It's just you just gonna leave me with nothing. And
right,
so I had to
right.
learn
And then,
that. I had to learn that we want to be communicated with. So our children should be communicated with too. And that goes into just having a great partner. That's why
yes,
it's great to have
that's
two parents.
yes. And that's another thing that helped me see, like, when you actually get a partner that knows how to communicate, if you
Right.
came out of a relationship where they didn't know how to communicate, there's going to be some unlearning that you have to do in order to relearn a healthier way.
True.
And you can't, like, just thinking they're going to understand what you're saying just by body language. And that's what I had to get over because I didn't really see a lot of verbal, communication when I was growing up. I
Mhm.
saw body language, and my
Right.
daddy just knew what it was.
Hmm.
It's like, no, no, you gotta physically say these things, women, and we living in the world with a man going through just like the woman going through. So
Right.
you got to not expect him to know. You got to just say it. Because
Hmm.
in turn, when you just talk about it, it'll help him start talking about it. If he be like, well, I'm doing all this talking and he ain't talking about me, what have you done it consistently enough? Or did you do it for one day and you mad because he ain't respond?
Right. That's
So
right.
and then it goes down to the kids. Because then the kids, when you see them interact with their friends and stuff like that, they're interacting with their friends how they see you interact in the house. So they
Hmm.
talk down to their friends, they belittle their friends. They don't know how to listen to their friends because sometimes your friends just need to be heard. They don't need you to say nothing. They just need you to listen. So we have to teach them that as kids, how to be effective listeners. So
Hmm.
we don't grow up, or they don't grow up and then now they're having to learn it as adults, because it's hard to learn it as adults when you done been this way all your life.
That's true. Set in your ways. Set in your
Right.
ways.
It's like it's kind of hard to change. And people be like, well, everybody can change. Yeah, but some it's gonna take a lot more effort
Hmm.
and a lot more time. And some people just don't have that time to get. They be like, man, just screw it. I am who I am, and whoever want to deal with me as I am, they just gonna deal with me as I am. They gonna go ahead and be who they gonna be, and I'ma still be as I
Yep. You're gonna be as you are alone.
am.
And
Right.
wonder why wonder why nobody want to be around you.
Right. You were like, girl,
And the one thing and we was talking about as far as I say this a lot where I grew up, I didn't have any brothers. I did have a two-parent household, but of course my dad, he worked a lot. And my mom worked as well, but we honestly wasn't taught how to treat a man. You know what I'm saying? It's like we didn't know they like compliments. We didn't know they like gifts. We didn't know they, it's like you
Yeah.
had to learn it later.
Yeah.
Learn it. I had to learn it by being told.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, I didn't think y'all liked that. I didn't think y'all cared about that thing. I didn't think
They
you know.
do.
And so I had to learn that. And it still baffles me some days, but now that I have sons, I'm like, they have feelings.
Yeah.
I was thinking men just no feelings at all, heartless, didn't have no care in the world. And then I think of how us women, we we teach that. We
Yeah.
teach that because we're not taught to do any better. We'll talk to them any kind of way if they try to be nice to us. They might not be trying to holler at us all the time, but first thing we do is get an attitude and think that's okay.
Right.
Again, we have to unlearn these things and treat everyone like you want to be treated.
Exactly.
And that's just a little portion. It's just like we have to unlearn everything that's been presented to us, because everything that's been presented to us has just been passed down through word of mouth. Nobody's showing us evidence of anything.
Right.
So it's like, go out and find out things for yourself, whether it's relationships, how to treat people. Why do we need to know how to treat people when you know how you want to be treated? You know how you want to be talked to.
I said I think 2020 messed up a lot.
Hmm.
It did because it put people in that entitled mindset. Like, I'm already home. I don't got to deal with nobody. And then they start giving out money. So it's like, I don't really need nobody. And then it's like, okay, well, okay, it's a good and a bad. It's kind of like catch 22. Because,
Yeah.
yeah, we in the house, but are you educating while you're in the house? Are you
Hmm.
getting to know your family while you're
Hmm.
in the house? And a lot of us miss that moment.
I agree. I
We
definitely agree.
totally missed the moment because that it was supposed to be a time where we were supposed to be loving on each other and growing as families, as couples, as sisters, as brothers, as parents. Because everybody was stuck in the house, we were supposed to be getting to know each other. But everybody was so tired of being stuck in the house, they was trying to
Hmm.
do the first thing they could to get out the house, which means you still ain't learning the people that's around you. Then people start getting sick and dying off, and then people crying because I didn't get to tell them I love them. Well, you was in the house with them for like what you doing?
Right, right, right. And I'm like, I feel like also it was a good time to reset. You could have
Yes, I agree.
created something. It's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. You could have created all kind of things, another stream of income. Because that I ain't even gonna tell no tales. It made us love being at home.
Exactly.
I was like,
I
I get to make money and be at home too.
right. It's like I don't have to waste no gas.
All right, 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 right. So, is there anything else you would like to cover? We're about at our hour mark.
Um, no, ma'am. Just if any ladies would like to get any life coach sessions, they could let me know. Hit me up on Facebook, or either I have an email as well. Um, and let's just get it going. If you want to book, let me know, and just keep building the sisterhood. Like, cause we need each other more than we know, and our young princesses need
Mhm.
us as queens so they don't make the same mistakes as we did.
I agree. I agree. And also, I will have that information for you all, if not by tonight, of course, by tomorrow, and how to reach her. Said Miss Lady Energy. Love that day. But I want to thank you so much for tuning in today and listening to Lady Energy. I'm going to keep saying it. Share her powerful story. It takes a lot of courage to open up about your personal struggles And I know many of you have found her journey both inspiring and insightful, as I sure have, because there's still a lot to be that we could be diving into. Because this is just a small portion. I definitely will be having you back because that other stream sort of like messed up the flow of things. And I loved this conversation. And is there anyone in the chat? Do you have anything, any questions or anything before we close out?
I don't see any.
All right, I'll read some. It says, great session. Thank you for sharing. This is really courageous to get up there. Thank you. Let's see. We have I should have been reading. I'm gonna get this together.
Yeah, me too, Jack. Because I didn't even know this was
learning this this StreamYard. Says I have to pay very close attention because my guy is very laid back, and it took me a few years. But yes, they go through it too. Definitely had to learn that one. Definitely had to learn that one. All right. So
and then
go ahead.
It's like they not cry. Like, let that boy cry. If not, he gonna beat somebody behind. Like,
Yep. Let him get it out. Let him get it out.
I'm your son, because my two sons cry.
All right. Let it out. Let it out.
Oh, you could punch a pillow. Like, get it out.
Yep, I told my son a long time ago. I said, "There's a punching bag outside. Go do what you do."
For real, like let them get it out.
All right. Again, thank you, Lady Energy, for speaking on my panel. I believe that this is just the beginning. I believe as we continue on, there'll be more stories. There'll be more women uniting, and we're going to build this beautiful community. And we're not saying woe is me. We're saying look where I've come from. And it's like we're lighting the path for them, letting them know that it's not over. You too can get through this.
Yes. I'm excited.
Awesome. So we will be having another podcast coming up on next Saturday with Miss Kendra. So make sure you all join in. I will be putting all that up when it gets closer time. So until then, if you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button on your way out. Make sure once the live is over, you come back and comment so we can try to get these lives in the algorithm so that they can start popping up for women all over. Over. All right. So, all right. We'll say goodbye until next time. Thank you.
Have a positive night on purpose.
You too.